Hello traders, Lance Ippolito here, and I am back with the video updates. The website, the developer, everything is good, so look forward to about 2 or 3 videos a week. And I want to go over a couple things in the video, mostly these high uh, short float percentage names out there that are squeezing everyone out, because I'm really not in love with trying to trade the indexes or your Facebook, um, Amazon up here. I really have no clue where they go, so why even try to do that? Plus, all the smart money is already in those names and moving that around. I'd rather find stocks that are breaking out than that have potential to break out, kind of play catch up that everyone's short, recently, and now the shorts have to run for cover. So the first name is First Solar. First Solar here, fresh trend line breakout. I was actually in First Solar before earnings in a call spread, which really exceeded my call spread to max value. But now First Solar is continuing to pump up here. Now that volatility is down in the options, I actually like First Solar to the long side, a fresh trend line breakout. Today I bought some of the May 36.5 calls. Nothing huge, mostly because the trend line breakout and very large trades hit today in First Solar. You could see here over 5,300 of the May 36.5 calls traded. Also, too, the June 2nd weekly expiration, you see here they bought all these calls, the 36.5 and 37 calls in May. So I found that really suspect why they're doing short dated options here in First Solar. But I really like this name. Also, too, there is Five Below, another kind of crazy name that actually had a good run already. There was an insider in this name ahead of earnings. But even some of these retailers like GPS, I don't have that much of a problem with. A little bull flag forming up here, building on some volume ahead of earnings. I don't have a huge problem with stuff like that, but mostly names that have institutional big call buyers like El Pollo Loco. This was a name I was in ahead of earnings, and I really like this because volatility is really cheap now, but El Pollo Loco is one. Um, the June 14 call buyers were really active ahead of the report, and they're still holding an open interest, so I'm still in El Pollo Loco. Just a little bit. I closed out on most of the call options on the earnings pop. What was it? El Pollo Loco, Five Below. Uh, Express, that's also one, but I really don't want to talk about Express. It's just too bad of a stock. LB. LB is another name. L Brands, that's another kind of crazy retailer that is starting to move. Some huge call buyers in this name. Just something to keep an eye on. And I kind of feel like all these names moved already. So let me actually harp on some of the casinos, because actually this can be really valuable, and I'll probably make another video Thursday or Friday night to go over in detail how to play the news this weekend in the casinos. But MLCO, Melco, which was Impel prior, this name is one of the hot stocks that are moving. Had earnings, great report, and then it got sold off because I took some profits on the earnings pop. But MLCO, they had massive May 22 call buyers. They originally bought 18,000 of the May 22s for about 60 cents and added another big trades. Every dip, I believe yesterday they added about 3,000 to this, and they continued just to buy MLCO May 22 call options. If you look at the other casinos like Wynn had a very strong day after the pullback Monday. LVS, huge call buyers that are still holding an open interest. Even MGM, like over 20,000 call stupids there. So, I mean, Wynn's just on fire. There's really not more to say, or pardon me, MGM. But the casinos, they have Japan legislation news that may pass on, the dates are Friday the 12th through the 15th. So that is something that I feel like could be huge, and that is kind of the picture why I think all these players are trading May expiration for the casinos. So I think casinos have a huge move. Apparently, LVS is pretty optimistic that the news gets passed there. And then another thing to make note of that I'll start harping on this in more detail is the playbook. I'm keeping track of every large institutional trade that hits, and the news of the event, what happened intraday, and then a follow up. So look forward to that in the near future. It's kind of messy right now. But that is it, everyone. Keep an eye out for NVDA. Watch that premium get crushed in the morning. If it takes out the all-time highs, I think it's 120.92. It could hit all those stops. Another name to keep an eye out on is MCHP, microchip, another semiconductor. Marvel's another one to keep an eye on. There was some big call buying in that. And of course, Micron out there too. But that is it. Thanks, everyone.